Hey everybody, it's Scott from ScottyTheNJMedium.com. Today I'm going to answer your question, what kind of psychic are you? If you've been following along, I'm a psychic medium from New Jersey. I write a blog, ScottyTheNJMedium.com. I go out, I do readings. I've started to do gallery readings, getting more comfortable with that. It's really important that as we develop our skills, we become more comfortable with what we're doing, and then we push forward and push the boundary of what we can do. Today, though, we're going to talk about what kind of psychics are there, mediums are there, and perhaps what kind of psychic medium are you? Well, let's start with some of the basics. For me, I don't like to put labels on too many things because I find them limiting. However, for the purpose of a video, I'm going to tell you that there are a few different types of psychics and mediums. We have psychics who can see into the future. They're the type of people that you might go see if you want to know about your love life, other types of relationships, career, job, whichever one you prefer. Maybe you want to know if you're going to get that big promotion, if you're going to meet the love of your life. That is something that we would deal with in the psychic realm. Perhaps they have a crystal ball. Perhaps not. I don't have one. Someday, I always say, someday I'm going to have one. I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to gaze into it. And I'm going to tell the future looking at the ball. Very classic. I don't know who thought of the crystal ball. Actually, probably somebody who was scrying one day. But that's a video for a different time. Then we have mediums. Mediums are people who can speak to those who have passed away. And there are a couple different kinds of mediums that I've come across. So we have mediums who speak to spirit. That's the energy of people who have passed away, and they come back from wherever we go when we pass, and they come back and they talk to us, and we interact that way. Then there are mediums who deal with ghosts, more earthly bound energy, and that's like what I do when I go to a haunted house with a paranormal team and investigate. We investigate what's kind of like right in front of us, rather than looking further for spirits that have passed through and come back. And then we have physical mediums. Now, I don't have any information on physical mediums. This is what I can tell you, is that they produce things from their body and their orifices. When they do spirit communication, I'm going to insert a picture right here of it. I'm very skeeved out by it. No offense, if you're a physical medium, cool. If you have some information or want to throw together a video, I'll post it up here for you. But basically, like, they can ooze ectoplasm, or I've seen videos where they produce things out of like the corner of their eye. I'm glad I don't do that, because having allergies in the springtime is bad enough for me. You know what I'm saying? I bet you do. Anyway, so those are the different kinds of mediums, and then the psychic part. And you could do both. You could be a psychic and a medium, which I think is really common. And it's just a matter of getting into that stream of consciousness, or that stream of thought that puts us there and lets us collect the information that we need. And as you know, if you read my blog at ScottyTheNJMedium.com, I like to do everything in a kind of practical, down-to-earth kind of way, which means that I don't want to talk to you about putting yourself in a bubble of white light. I don't want to talk about energy all that much. However, it does have a lot to do with that, but we're going to keep it simple, straightforward, and I want to introduce some things to you that you probably already do, and I'm going to help you understand that you're already doing it, okay? So here we go. Man, I haven't thought about Joe in a while. I wonder if he's going to call me. Ring, 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 ring. It's Joe. That's weird. Hey buddy, I was just thinking about you. How are you? No, I'm good. Yeah, weird. I don't know. I was just thinking about you. Haven't thought about you in a while, right? How's it going? That's example number one. We all do it to some extent. That's for sure, right? We all have that precognitive idea of perhaps when somebody's going to call us, or, one of the ones that I get a lot is flat tire stuff, since I drive a lot. So I'll have the idea in my head like a week before, and usually it's right on target. So if I get a crazy idea in my head that just pops up and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a flat tire, I probably will, and it stinks. So think about all the times in your life, no matter how old you are, if you're 10 and watching this, or if you're 80 and watching this, or if you're in that demographic in between. Think about all the times that you've had that random thought pop up and a week later it happened, a day later it happened, 15 minutes later it happened. Is it coincidence? I don't think so. Not if it keeps happening. So what I would suggest to you, and I suggest to everybody that I talk to that has this, is write it down. Commit it to paper or commit it to the notes on your phone. Commit it somewhere that you're going to be able to go back and be like, look, I had the thought about the flat tire in the van, and here it is. I wrote it down a week ago. So that's really powerful, because once you just start to develop that pattern, you'll be able to go back to it and say, yeah, this is pretty good. Maybe I should tune in a little bit more and really start paying attention to all of the things that I get like that, okay? Then the second part is the mediumship. So that's more of the psychic stuff that we just talked about. And then after you learn to understand those signs, you can hone in on that stuff, the future events, the precognitive stuff, the sense of knowing something's going to happen. And we'll talk about the 5 psychic senses in another video, which I'll link up here. Mediumship. Mediumship falls in line with the psychic abilities. So mediumship is like this. You're having a day, you're having a good day, you're having a bad day. You're having a day. We're living life. And all of a sudden, somebody you haven't thought about in a long time that's deceased kind of pops up in your head. And you think about a funny memory that you had with them or you shared, or you think of something funny that they said to you, or if you close your eyes for a second, it almost feels like they're standing in front of you the last time you spoke. And when that happens, I want you to know that it's not just your brain putting information together for you to have randomly, because time and time again, spirit tries to get in contact with us that way. They want to be in front of you. They want you to say hello. They want to say hello to you. If you're having a bad day, they want to come in and brighten your day up. If you're having a good day, they want to be a part of it and they want to come and say hello to you. So pay attention to that. Write it down. Write down that Joanne came and saw you today. Write down that Vivian came and saw you today. Write down that Harold came and said hello. It's really important to them that you recognize them and you say hello. And once you start doing that, you'll notice a pattern. They will all start coming to you. They will start openly being able to communicate with you, because you have now taken the reins of that and come back to yourself and your consciousness and decided, I'm talking to these people. I understand that they're there. And that will help you in your own life tremendously. When I first started getting my abilities together, depression levels started going down, anxiety levels started going down, I started feeling better, and then it really gave me a purpose and a direction as to where I'm going in my life. It's really important, I think, as we evolve as human beings, that we recognize that there's more out there where we can't physically see with our 2 eyes. There's more out there. When our essence passes, we go beyond, okay? And it's really important for me now to teach other folks that that's a part of life. Once we leave this physical plane and we go out there, we become a part of that beyond. But our consciousness stays, and we can come back and talk to our loved ones that we miss. So it's just important that we connect with them as we let them connect with us, okay? So here are some tips on how to develop your mediumship abilities. Number one, psychic and mediumship abilities, meditate. Always, always meditate. 100% the most important thing that you can do. Did I say that you should meditate? Meditate. 100% the most important thing you could do, okay? Number 2, write everything down that you pick up. Even if it's nonsense, even if it's gobbledygook, okay? It doesn't matter. Write it down, because somewhere down the line it's going to be important, okay? I promise. I can't tell you how many times I've done readings and I've said to somebody like, do you understand this? Does this make sense? And they say, no, it doesn't make sense. And a week later they'll say, oh, wait a minute. Scott, you wrote this down on this paper here for me and I got it, and this is what you wrote down was right on. I didn't know this about my uncle. I didn't know that he owned a flat bottom boat that he was talking about to you during the reading. But I asked his mother and she said, yeah, he owned one when he was 18. He was on the boat all the time. That's the kind of validation that will come from you writing things down. Meditate, write things down. Tip 3, practice, practice, practice. It's 3 times, so really that is more tips than 3, because you have to practice. In order to get good at this, you have to practice. And the number one thing that you gotta do is step out of your comfort zone. Step out of the comfort zone. What does that mean? It means saying to somebody when you're not comfortable, look, I think I have a message for you from somebody. Are you willing to listen? And hopefully they are. Hopefully they're willing to listen to what you have to say. If they're not, don't worry about it. None of us are the Long Island medium. None of us are that person. We're not just going to go out and randomly give readings. But every once in a while, you're going to feel a surge of energy come over you. You're going to have ideas there, and you're going to have to put them out there. And Spirit will guide you. And we're going to have more talks about how to understand that energy and where it brings us and where it puts us, okay? So for now, number 1, meditate. Trust the images, the feelings, and the things that you're hearing. Trust them, okay? Number 2, write those things down. Keep a journal, a log, a notebook. Put them in your notes in your phone, however you like to keep things. Even make a voice record or video record. It's up to you. It's 2019. You can make a log however you want. And then use that as a way to go back and validate and see how accurate everything has been for you so far. That's what I did, and it's turned into a business. And it's turned into me being able to teach other folks how to do it. And these are just the easy steps that I took. And then the third thing, remember, practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect, okay? So test on your friends, test on your family, and then when you're done with that, you can step out to strangers. Tell them, hey, I'm a medium or a psychic. I'll do readings for $25. I'm just learning. I will do readings for $25 just to test myself out. And that's it. That's all you got to do, all right? This is Scott from ScottyTheNJMedium.com. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube, my Instagram, and my Facebook. I'll see you soon. Bye.